The Super Bowl isn't just a game, it is a cultural phenomenon. It is a week-long celebration filled with events and activities. But you know what's even more exciting than the game itself? The cash it brings in. It is not just a football game. It is a money-making machine. In 2018, Super Bowl 52 was held in Minneapolis, and according to Forbes, it generated a whopping $500 million in revenue. Where's all this money coming from, you ask? Come along as we take a look at how much the Super Bowl is cashing in. Before we get into the details, kindly give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more premium content. Now, let's get to it. The Super Bowl is the ultimate showdown of the National Football League, where the champion of the National Football Conference faces off against the champion of the American Football Conference. It's a massive sport that attracts millions of viewers each year, making it one of the most watched events in the world. When the Super Bowl started in 1966, it had a lot of potential, and as years went by, the prospects became even more apparent than they used to be. A typical example is the 2015 Super Bowl, which set a new record with 114.4 million average TV viewers. Even though the viewership has decreased in recent years, the 2022 Super Bowl between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals still recorded an impressive 99.18 million viewers in the United States. Meanwhile, Super Bowl has not only recorded success in terms of viewership, but it is equally doing well in terms of revenue generation. With such a massive audience, it's not surprising that the Super Bowl generates significant revenue for the NFL. From advertising revenues to ticket sales and merchandise, the opportunities presented by this annual event make it one of the most profitable events in all of the professional sports played around the world. It is estimated that between $4 to $6 billion are generated from each game yearly, an impressive figure that will continue to rise as viewership numbers increase. First, let's talk about how advertisements rake money for the NFL during the Super Bowl. Picture this. You are sitting on your couch with your friends, munching on some delicious hot wings, and screaming at the TV during the biggest football game of the year, the Super Bowl. But have you ever stopped to think about all the marketing magic that is happening right in front of you? Companies pay big bucks to get their products and brands in front of a massive audience. And they are not just doing it for fun. They want you to buy their stuff. Advertisers use the Super Bowl to reach potential customers and create campaigns that will go viral online. The game is a major marketing opportunity for businesses. Companies pay big money to get their products and brands in front of a large audience, with many spending millions on advertising spots designed to give them maximum exposure. Just so you know, the 2021 Super Bowl generated a record-breaking $485 million in advertising revenue. An average 30-second ad spot during the 2022 Super Bowl broadcast was priced at a whopping $6.5 million. However, the real money maker for the NFL is the TV rights. You see networks like Fox, CBS, and NBC shell out a whopping $3 billion yearly just to broadcast the NFL games. The latest news is that the NFL has reportedly signed an 11-year $110 billion media rights deal with CBS, NBC, Fox, ESPN, and Amazon that starts in 2023. So why do networks pay so much for NFL games? Well, in the age of streaming, live sports are the real deal for networks. Live sports, especially the Super Bowl, are their major money maker. With the rise of cord cutting and people leaving traditional TV for streaming, live sports is one of the few forms of TV that people still tune in to watch at a specific time. This means ads during these events are more expensive and more important to the network's bottom line. Safe to say it is a win-win for both NFL and TV stations with streaming rights. For perspective, in 2021, CBS sold all their Super Bowl LV advertising slots at $5.6 million for a 30-second spot, raking in a total of $545 million. Meanwhile, in 2022, NBC sold all their advertising slots for Super Bowl 56, mostly at $6.5 million for a 30-second spot, with some going as high as $7 million. Interestingly, advertising is just the tip of the iceberg. The NFL also has its own line of apparel that features all the teams participating in the game. Apparel companies have exclusive deals with NFL teams and stadiums, which allows them to produce and sell official Super Bowl merchandise. This can be anything from t-shirts, hats, mugs, keychains, etc., all branded with the year's logo or team colors. Additionally, the Super Bowl is also a major draw for sports bettors around the world. The amount of money placed on bets during the Super Bowl is typically higher than any other sporting event, with millions of dollars changing hands every year. With legal sports betting becoming more and more accessible, this number will only grow in the years to come. Super Bowl betting odds are widely available in the days leading up to the game and provide an exciting opportunity for sports fans to get even more involved with the action. For instance, a substantial amount of money is also placed on bets for the game, with $180 million worth of bets placed in sports books in Nevada in 2022. We can only imagine how much will come in 2023. That is just the tip of the iceberg. There are more details to come, so stick around. If you are enjoying the video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. Food is another way to generate revenue during the Super Bowl. Most venues will offer special menus featuring regional favorites or regular menus such as hot dogs and burgers for fans visiting from out of town who want an authentic experience eating local cuisine while watching the big game. It is believed that these events typically feature large items like pizza slices or nachos, which require multiple people to purchase and enjoy together, adding yet another reason why companies flock to sponsor these kinds of sporting events, as they provide ample opportunity for both viewership and snack-based marketing opportunities. While the Super Bowl brings in a lot of cash, it also costs a lot. Hotels, motels, and pubs hike their prices by 50% to 300% during the game. Flight prices will also skyrocket. But despite all the expenses, the Super Bowl is still worth it. In 2019, the game was estimated to have brought in 10 times as much revenue as Atlanta spent. And nationwide, the Super Bowl is expected to generate $14.6 billion in spending, with the average fan spending $79 on food, drinks, and other merchandise. In 2023, the Super Bowl is scheduled to take place in Glendale, Arizona, for the third time, following its previous hosting duties in 2008 and 2015. The State Farm Stadium, also known as the Big Toaster, will be the host venue and has an estimated capacity of 63,400, which the organizers can expand to 72,800 for large events such as the Super Bowl. This year's championship game will see the Kansas City Chiefs compete in their third Super Bowl in 4 years against the Philadelphia Eagles, playing in their fourth Super Bowl and first since 2018. With almost half of the viewers planning to attend a Super Bowl party and 80% of them buying food and drinks, the 2023 Super Bowl will be a financial touchdown, which we are eagerly anticipating. Meanwhile, consumers also play a significant role in the financial success of the Super Bowl. On average, American consumers plan to spend $85.36 on Super Bowl Sunday, including expenses for food and beverages, televisions, team apparel, and decorations. With estimated Super Bowl-related spending in the United States reaching $16.5 billion in 2023. The Super Bowl tickets will also be worth a ton of cash. The tickets at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, will range from $6,000 to a whopping $27,500. This means the ticket price alone in the 63,400-seater stadium will rake up a minimum of $380 million. And that is just a tiny fraction of the revenues the stadium will generate. Who knew a football game could be such a cash cow? The Super Bowl truly is a money-making machine, and it shows no signs of slowing down. With its increasing popularity, the revenue generated by the Super Bowl will skyrocket in the coming years. You want to know more about the Super Bowl? Stay tuned for more videos, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.